Hello, welcome to the Personal Corona Recovery Program, or in other words, Reboot Yourself. My name is Peter Mueller and I have designed this 15-day program to help you to get through the phase of the 15 days of the Corona-imposed quarantine by the federal and by your local governments. Today we are on day 6, we are almost halfway, and the subject of today is the power of action. But you know the spiel already. First things first, day 5 checkpoint. You know you can review all these videos when you go to my YouTube channel. You go to YouTube and you type in Peter Mueller Reboot Yourself and you find all our videos for this 15-day program. Today we are at day 6, so you will find 6 videos. And yesterday's video was day 5. And here we have the day 5 checkpoint. Did you take any actions after viewing day 1 through 5 videos? This is a critical question. I always tell you, without any action, there is no change and there are no results. Action is the cure-all. So, did you start the 10-minute evening review and journaling every single day? Did you buy yourself a composition book or a big fat book for journaling? If not, it's not too late. But this is foundational to the success of your redesign program for your future. Also, you know this. Did you finally download the book 101 Crucial Lessons They Don't Teach You at Business School? At pdfdrive.com you get the PDF file for free. Did you read the lessons up to lesson number 20 up to now? Each lesson is not more than 2 to 3 minutes of reading maximum. Please do this. At least it will give you the minimum benefit you will get. It may give you an emotional boost to continue and actually going to action. And yesterday's subject was meditation. Did you meditate for 10 minutes in the last 24 hours? If not, use the opportunity today. If you haven't done any of this, stop this video right now and follow through on the activities and tasks from day 1 through day 5. Because everything one is building on the other. This is not a pick and choose program as I told you. But I assume you have done something, so I give you the benefit of the doubt. And now we go to one of my favorite subjects, the power of action. Now, the power of action. One quotation on the left-hand side is more than 2,000 years old. You find it in the Talmud. In one form or another, Buddha is quoted with this. Lao Tzu is quoted with it. And in modern times, many politicians have used this quote in various forms. And it simply says, watch your thoughts because they become words. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, they become your destiny. And I'm a believer in this proverb. Basically, everything starts with a thought. However, we make a false assumption that during the day, our actions are really based on our thoughts. The reality is, everything what we do during the day, from waking up in the morning to go to sleep at night, are actually 95% are results of, I call it, our autopilot. We run on autopilot. Our subconscious mind is actually steering the activities of our body. When we wake up in the morning, actually stepping out of bed, it doesn't require our thinking. Right foot out, left foot out, walking each single step to the bathroom, brushing the teeth, washing the hair, taking a shower. All of these are subconscious actions. We don't think about it. We run programs which are established in our subconscious mind, and they actually run on autopilot. If they would require our thinking, the morning routine until we have our cup of coffee would take 2 hours or longer. And we would fall down 10 times and all hell would break loose. But our subconscious mind, we have learned these things, and that's how our body and mind actually works. When we have done certain things, repeated it often enough, this program, the combination of the requiring thought and the following physical action, become a kind of an automated program, and then we run on autopilot and we can do it better than ever. To give you an example how that works, for the right-handed people, you brush your teeth every morning with your right hand. And if you brush it, that's fine, you don't need to think about it. If you were doing it tomorrow with the left hand, it would be a cumbersome exercise. But I guarantee you, if you would put your cup with your toothbrush to the left-hand side, and every morning brushing purposely with your left hand your teeth, within 100 days you could brush your teeth with your left hand as you can do it today with your right hand. I guarantee you, it works like that. Okay, and so 95% we are running on autopilot, and only 5% is a result of a conscious decision, which was based on a thought process of evaluation, looking at different alternatives, different options of responding, and choosing one and actually pursuing that option. And that is the reality of life. 95% of it, and that's why most people never have a significant change in their lives. They run their kind of path and are surprised that they are in 5 years basically at the same place where they were 5 years ago, because they didn't deviate any from their historical patterns. They repeat their own history emotionally and factually and everything day after day after day, and after 5 years they end up where they have been with minimum change. Now, depending on the history we have conditioned our body and mind, we are going down the tubes or we go a little bit into the right direction. And the process really actually works the following way. Our autopilot is basically repeating the script of our past. We are reliving physically, mentally, through our emotions, feelings, habits, and rituals. We repeat history, and it goes on and on and on and on. And only very seldom we actually activate the largest part of our brain, 40% of it, the frontal lobe, our logical mind, where our executive function of the brain is residing. By the way, if you want to know more about brain function and how it works, you can go to my YouTube video Power Principles 1 Part 5, talking about procrastination, where we talk about the brain and its function. There you will learn more about executive function of the brain, how it actually works. Now, and we know the equation down how it works. Emotion triggers actions and actions trigger emotions. But we live to 95% on autopilot, so it is the big arrow emotions to actions going that way, that with our emotions and habits and rituals, they are driving our actions. So we are reliving every day the same script from the day before. And obviously, if we want to have any significant change in life, we have to do something. We cannot relive our past to 95% in the day, every day, the same ritual. We actually need to do something different. We have to break through and make a change. And using our frontal lobe, our executive function, our forehead basically, to make meaningful decisions and leading to different actions and different results. We know it. When we feel good, we do good. When we feel bad, we perform bad. And the problem is, if we live on the left-hand side, always relives the pattern, the people, the places, the situations, the familiar patterns. If we live our daily routine, we see the same people in the same locations, we have the same emotions. We leave at home, we go to work, we go to our office or cubicle, and we see the neighbor we hate or we like, and we are emotionally charged, and we go to the office, and our emotional pattern is always the same. Either we like it or we don't like it, and we repeat our action and come back at home. Then on the way home we go back, we find our family, and we have certain expectation how that goes, and we are reliving the past in that circle. And in order to change this, and actually the only way to change it is to interrupt the pattern. To interrupt the thinking and action pattern. That's what we do. And actually, the situation with the government-imposed quarantine is a good thing because it forces us to do things differently. Now we're sitting at home and we're learning at home and we are doing stuff at home. We are doing it from different places. That means our underlying emotional pattern is different. And we should use this opportunity not to think about, oh, maybe in 2 weeks' time, look, I can go to the old scenario. That's what we don't want. We use this change to recondition our mind and body with new thoughts and new patterns to address the situations in a different way in the future. And the only way it is, we have to change massively to interrupt those patterns. And the key to it is we have to change our focus, what we pay attention to. First of all, we have to pay attention because paying attention is a function of our logical mind, of our executive function, of our frontal lobe. We have to get this one into the action. So whatever we receive with our senses, we have logically to make sense out of it and making purposeful decisions. We need to make conscious decisions and develop new patterns of thinking and doing, leading then to positive results. And the positive results will result in new positive patterns and in positive emotions. We essentially design a new circle with new people, with new places and new situations and with new patterns. We are emotionally charged in a different way in every situation when we see people or go to work, and we have new different actions. Our new emotions trigger new actions, and it is a new positive circle and not a repetition of the old negative circle. That's how we have to approach it. The key to it, again, is breaking and interrupting the pattern, and that we do by change of focus, meaning what we pay attention to. And when we do this, we change our emotions and we change our mind. We do it by interrupting the limiting and negative patterns we have built in the past, through new thought, action, and habits and rituals. Now, the task for today is think about a new wake-up ritual. When you wake up, that you develop a new emotional state, that you feel differently when you wake up. In the morning, put on your cell phone, for example, your most favorite uplifting song. And instead of listening to the radio, make your favorite song when it wakes up with your favorite song where you feel good, and wake up with this good feeling and go out of bed with a good feeling. That's how it starts. The same thing, how you start the day, how you have breakfast, what you do there, don't go to the regular thing, have the news in the background or whatever. No, change it up. Sit at a different chair. Eat something different. Make different stimulating music. Change it. The same at the workplace. Change it up as the very first thing. Do things differently, radically. And for the family life, the same thing. Change, do something different. On Saturday, don't have your regular thing sitting in front of the TV in the evening. Do something different. So the first step is always breaking the old patterns with new actions. And then we condition our body that the body is actually ready, and the mind to develop some new ways of thinking patterns. Because that is the next step, because we have to learn to change our focus, that we know what we pay attention to, and give our frontal lobe a chance to actually work on it, that we don't react in situations, that we rather respond to every situation. All right, so tomorrow, as you have seen, we will talk about the power of focus and how to change your focus. But before we go to that, on the left-hand side, the daily must activities. Watch the video again, take notes for ideas you think are good ones, and test them out within 24 hours. Make a diary, make a journal, 10 minutes every evening. Write down what you have changed, where you had breakthroughs, that you did something different, what you have learned it. Some things don't turn out the way you wanted it. Write it down and think about it. What can I do different tomorrow to get a better result? That's the way to go. And last but not least, meditate 10 minutes each day. So we come to the tasks until you watch tomorrow, The Power of Focus. Meditate for 10 minutes. Read the lessons 21 to 25 of the 100 crucial lessons they don't teach you in business schools. And think about old patterns to break. Think about 3 simple things in a given day that tomorrow you do it different and actually execute accordingly. And you can tell me via email if it worked or not. On that note, stay home and stay safe. We are almost halfway. There are exciting video segments to come. And live with passion.